Hey, welcome everybody to another video in the series of Demystifying Business Central. This will be specific to the personalized feature. Let me just crack open the system that, if you've seen any of the other videos, this will look exactly alike. That happens to be my landing page when I logged on. The different functional areas I showed in, again, a recent maneuvering around video. So what I want to open up for everybody is this gear or cog and this specific topic, personalize. This kind of adds the flexibility maybe you used to have in a legacy system, specifically Great Plains, or formerly Great Plains, the Dynamics GP that many of our customers are coming to us after the understanding that's a few years from end of life and they need to think about their succession plan or the migration plan to a new system. So the best way I can highlight this is to show maybe two things at once. I'm going to go into a journal entry or a general journal in either system because there's some templating you can do with multiple different sort of defaulting. There's multiple general journal templates you can create. I happen picking a general journal. And one of the things that people are mystified about when going to Business Central is, hey, we had an account string with an account and maybe a location or an office, an SBU, and either a geographic location or some sort of business unit all buried in that same account number. Now, Business Central, the account number would equate to one of those segments. And you see it here in this account number column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over from the left. So I'm going to join two items. Business Central does this account plus financial analysis or financial analysis dimensions. We just call them dimensions. So if you were struggling to figure out how your account string would turn into an account, plus dimensions, it can be described this way. If you had, let's say, 3 only, very base example, we have an account, we have the office for our staffing units, and we have the SBU, or the business unit for our staffing units. And now all of a sudden you have an account plus some dimension called office and some dimension called SBU. You would find it on all the transacting screens. And if I scroll to the right from account, you'll see it exists here on the same transacting line, your office and your SBU. And that is the challenge in a lot of people's mind, is to make that transition from account plus those, or from account string with all 3 together, and these now separated. This is where Personalize, this is a great example to show Personalize. So I'm going to invoke Personalize. You don't need me or the vendor or service provider to do this. You do this as your own user. Go ahead and click Personalize. Now the screen has changed a bit. Often there's a red kind of frame around the parts you're changing or have the ability to personalize. And what I can do here, if I scroll over to my office and SBU, is in Personalize mode. I can just click on that. You can't see it, but I'm holding it with my mouse and I'm dragging it to the left. There, it moved a few columns. I'm going to drag that SBU also over to the left. And although I moved them a little bit, that's what the personalized feature is for. If I can play on the first example, hey, how do we think about this account number and this account string now having independent segments all over the place? What I've done with the personalized feature is taken the account and these financial dimensions and just laid them side by side or side by each, so it looks like the account string that may be in your legacy system. That's one of many things, or that's a common thing we use Personalize for. A few of the other things you can do with that is if you say, hey, our account name and the description on these transactions we can do with GL Journal is the same, so it's kind of wasted. You can go to one of those columns and you'll see it says move, which I already did, or hide. I'm just going to hide that. It's no longer my field of vision. It's no longer my landing page. And I'm just going to click done with Personalize. And my screen, nobody else's, has been personalized to the way I want to see it. And jumping on top of making that account string really look like in this system, look the same as it did in the legacy system. It's now account plus the financial dimensions moved side by each, so they look the same. They represent that same account string. There's a few other things you can do with Personalize, but we'll save those advanced features for more and more of these videos. Thanks for being here. See you on the next one.